Hello Rocket Troops and welcome back to the HQ. This is Admin Shade here with yet another OU battle against Fiona, aka AmBrosiac from the stream. Just to talk about our stream and our YouTube channel for a second, I want to say everyone thank you so much for all of your support. We have over 80 subscribers on YouTube now and over 200 followers on Twitch, and we've only been doing this for 2 weeks. So that has just been incredible, producing quality content for you wonderful people. And we hope that you wonderful people provide quality content for us as well, because we want to feature you on our YouTube channel, on our stream. We love our community, we want to give back. So without further ado, let's jump into this battle, talk about these teams, and get started. So, Fiona has a couple threats on her team that I'm used to seeing. So there's the probably Assault Vest Gallade, Life Orb Greninja, Weakness Policy Aegis Slash, and then there's this Gardevoir that I assume is her Mega. But then there's a couple other threats that I'm not used to seeing. So there's Excelgor, which is kind of interesting. I don't really know what it tries to do this battle. I'm not used to seeing it ever. I just started battling competitively 6th gen, so I'm not used to seeing it. And then there's this Golem, which I assume is her lead because it can learn Stealth Rocks and stuff like that. So I wasn't really sure what to lead off with, but I do have my Ambipom, so I decided to do that. It actually backfires hard on me at the beginning of the battle, as you'll see. But I have a couple really cool Pokemon I hope you'll like on my team. I have this Sleep Talk Crocoon, as it's called. It's kind of popular in the metagame apparently, though I haven't seen it that often. But it's Sleep Talk, Calm Mind, Scald. It's a very interesting set. Then there's this Assault Vest Gallade, which is mine. That is my stamp on that Gallade. I've not seen Assault Vest Gallade yet, but it's a very, very powerful. I definitely recommend it, which you'll see this battle because Gallade is the star. So without further ado, let's jump into this battle so I can start this commentary. Again, everyone, make sure you check out our stream. We're going to start streaming every other weekday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, so check that out. So Fiona leads off with this Joan of Arc, aka Aegis Slash, and I lead off with my Ambipom, which is not a good switch-in on my part because I cannot fake this thing out. I can use Beat Up, but that won't do poop damage, and it would activate Weakness Policy, so I'd be even in a worse spot than I am now. So I switch into Chandelure, predicting a Sacred Sword or something like that, but it actually goes for Hidden Power, which I'm not used to seeing on Aegis Slash ever, and they get a crit, unfortunately. I wasn't sure what it was, but I asked in the chat, and they said it was Hidden Power Psychic, which was interesting. I don't really know in what circumstance that would be that useful. I don't know if it's terribly viable, but it was interesting. It definitely threw me off. So I go ahead and go for the Flamethrower just to get some damage off on this Aegis Slash. I definitely predicted the Weakness Policy happening, and at this point, since the crit happened on this Chandelure, I'm like, you're a toothpick, you're fragile. I'm just going to sack you so I can get some damage off on this Aegis Slash. So that was my plan. It does go for the Shadow Ball here and knocks me clean out. And I'm okay with that. It's fine. I wasn't anything that I didn't see coming. So far so good as far as I'm concerned. So I switch in Bubbles here, which is my Sleep Talk Crocoon, Suicune. And it's beautiful. It's shiny. Get some pressure off, you know, that kind of stuff. So I go for a Calm Mind here because I don't want to take a Shadow Ball to the face too hard. And I raise my special attack and my special defense, of course. And this Aegis Slash actually does go for a Shadow Ball here, and it does a decent amount of damage. I was actually kind of surprised after that Calm Mind. I am specially invested too, but it does about half. And I was like, whoa, Aegis Slash, you need to calm down. You're lifting weights over there. You're getting strong. So it actually goes for the stance change here and goes back in defense form. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I actually go for the Scald here. I could have predicted that one for another Calm Mind. But it's okay. I just keep going for Scalds, and I will knock this thing out with the Scald, especially at this point, even if it is in its defensive form. So, again, I'm not sitting that pretty. I'm not playing that well around these threats. But just like the power of the Pokemon I'm using, I'm kind of relying more on that than anything. So, I go for the Scald here, hit the Aegis Slash, get it out of here. So that was kind of important because I do have my Glade in the back that ends up sweeping the team. So, that was important to get that Aegis Slash out of the way early, especially if it has Shadow Sneak. But I'm not sure if it did or not. So then this Excelgor comes in, and I don't really know what Fiona was trying to do with it in this battle, especially because I didn't know really what it was. But it goes for Guard Split, and I'm like, okay, or Guard Swap? I don't really know. Anyway, so I just use Sleep Talk here because I was kind of damage scouting, and I also wanted to get some health back. Again, I wasn't sure what this thing did, so I just wanted to make sure I was safe. It goes for the Giga Drain. It does a decent amount, but not too much. My Suicune's just sleeping. That's how much damage it did. I'm still taking a nap. So I get these lefties back, and I think Fiona decides to switch out here because it knows that it can't really touch my Suicune while it's sleeping and stuff like that. So Fiona switches in this Gardevoir, which can do a decent amount of damage, especially if it has Thunderbolt. But I decide to stay in here because I'm just chancing it. Because like I said, I am specially invested. I have a Calm Mind up. I could use Sleep Talk, could get another Calm Mind off too. But here with this Sleep Talk, I actually just go for another Scald, which is okay, so I'm not terribly afraid of this Gardevoir. But this Gardevoir does have Hyper Voice, obviously. It is the Mega, kind of how I thought at the beginning. And it does a whole lot of damage with this Hyper Voice, as you'll see here in a second. I did not predict it to do that much, especially after a Calm Mind, especially because I'm specially invested. It does way, way more than I think it could do. So here it does go for the Hyper Voice, and it does well over, I mean, I think that's like 45, maybe 50% damage. I can't really tell from where I was at. But I go for the other Scald because I didn't see it doing that much. I didn't think it would. And I get up to 87% health. I'm like, I think I could live another one. I didn't do a damage calc. Kids, do your damage calcs, because here I get knocked out, and that was kind of important because I would have went for another rest if I would have lived, or switched out to something else. But nothing on my team really wanted to take a Hyper Voice, the pixelated Hyper Voice from this Gardevoir, so I switch an Ambipom here to try to get the Fake Out off. And Fiona sends in Zestornator, aka Conkeldurr, and I go for the Fake Out, obviously. It doesn't do that much damage at all. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, this thing has Mach Punch. It has Mach Punch, Drain Punch. Like, I know the set for this Conkeldurr. I've seen it a million times. But I have Aerial Ace on this Ambipom, and I just really wanted to kill it. I got greedy, so that was my fault. I definitely should not have stayed in and tried to go for the Aerial Ace. So here I actually get really unlucky with this Dragonite too. I decided to go for Extreme Speed because I thought maybe Fiona would think I would lock myself into Outrage and it could switch into Gardevoir and just kill my Dragonite. So that was my idea. But then it just goes right here for the knocks off my Choice Band. So my Extreme Speed only brings it down to like 1 HP. And it hits me with an Ice Punch, so that was kind of unfortunate for me. I doubt that Fiona did a damage calc, but that was pretty solid play going for the knockoff. So that's unfortunate for me. But here, everyone, this is when Ranger comes out, my shiny Assault Vest Gallade, and does some work. So I go for the Shadow Sneak here. My set for this Gallade, I run max HP, max defense, Assault Vest, Power Up Punch, Drain Punch, Shadow Sneak, and Knockoff. Very powerful set. I definitely recommend you try it. I will post it on Rocket War Room, so if you want to try it out in Pokemon Showdown, you definitely can do that. So here Fiona switches in this Golem, and I said, like, I don't know what you are, Golem, but you're gonna die. You see this Gallade out here. Don't pretend you don't. So it goes for the Earthquake here, and it does a decent amount of damage. I'm like, okay, that's not that big of a deal. And here it goes for a Sucker Punch, which I'm like, thank you, because I have the Justified. And I get the attack raise, which is nice, because like I said, I have no investment in attack. And I go for the Drain Punch, and I just knock this thing out. And I was very happy about that. Get some health back. And I get well over 76 HP, and I was like, okay, I'm comfortable staying in, because nothing else on the team I could tell really wanted to take that much damage, especially from this Gallade. So this Greninja comes out, and I'm like, okay, Greninja, this is kind of going to be a test. But it actually goes for an Ice Beam instead of Hydro Pump or anything like that, which I was kind of surprised. A Hydro Pump probably would have killed me, but since I have the resistance against Ice, I do not die, especially because I'm Assault Vest. And I go for the Drain Punch, and I get this Greninja out of here, and I get a lot of my health back. I get over 83 HP back, and I'm like, okay, I'm good. I'm still good. I'm better than I was before. So right now Fiona's just like kind of throwing stuff out, trying to kill this Gallade, because obviously she wasn't ready for it. Not that many people have seen Assault Vest Gallade, if anyone. So it goes for the Guard Swap again, or whatever that is. I'm like, okay, I'm not really that afraid. So I go for the knockoff, and I do well over half, and I knock off its Citrus Berry, which was nice. And it goes for the Bug Buzz, and it doesn't do that much damage. I mean, it's okay, but again, I'm Assault Vest, and I can take that. So I go for the Drain Punch again. It does resist it, but I was confident. I get some more health back as a result, get over 54 HP back, and this Gallade is just doing work. I was so impressed with Gallade this battle. And then Fiona switches in her Gardevoir again, and I'm like, so sorry, dear sister, dear wife, whatever Gallade is to Gardevoir, but I just go for the Shadow Snake here, and I knock out this Gardevoir, and that is the game. But that was a very fantastic game. Kudos to you, Fiona, for using stuff I haven't seen before, being a little creative. I definitely appreciate that. I love creativity. And also, everyone, thank you for watching. Thank you for checking out our stream and our YouTube channel. Make sure you check out our stream at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be every other night during the week, maybe on the weekends. We'll also stream during the day, too, if Umbra and I both have time, so that just depends. But again, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I had a whole lot of fun doing this battle with Fiona. And if you have anything that you want to send in to us, whether it be artwork, poetry, battles, anything at all, I'll have links in the description how to do that, and we'll be happy to display it on our channel. So again, thank you everyone for watching. This is AmBrosiac signing off for Rocket HQ.